When you're ready to sew and you want to load your bobbin or fill this with thread, it seems really easy, but there are a few tricks I want to share with you that'll make everything perfect and that will prevent any bunching and tension issues down the road. So let's start off with our spool of thread. We're going to put it onto the machine on our spool pin. Put the spool cap on and then take your thread here and pull it across. Now the great thing about these newer machines is they have a little guide and they'll often have little numbers that you can follow. So you don't have to worry about remembering anything. I'm just gonna follow the numbers. Number 1, hook it back behind here. Number 2, and then around here. This is the most important part when you're doing the bobbin, is that it has to go through the tension disc. I'll sometimes hold it with 2 hands and kind of pull it through almost like dental floss to just make sure that it's stuck in there properly, and then it comes all the way across the machine. Once you have your bobbin ready, you're going to take your thread, bring it from the center and up the top one of those holes. Once the thread is coming up, we just put the bobbin on the bobbin winder like that and hold this thread long here. So the next thing you want to do is engage your bobbin winder. You just push it to the right and it engages automatically. Sometimes you have to disengage your needle and you'll have to pull out the hand wheel on your sewing machine. This one does it automatically, so I don't have to worry about that. But now I'm ready to go. So I just press my pedal. What I want to do is hold onto my thread right here as I'm pressing the pedal, and I'm going to put my finger underneath so that as I start to wind it, I get a few threads up at the top, about 8 or 10 times with the thread right at the top. That way when I cut this down, it won't unravel inside. So I'm going to hold this loose thread nice and tight straight up and come down here with my snips and cut it so that there's nothing at all poking through. You don't want any fuzz or any little bit of thread poking out. Then we can just continue pressing the pedal and let it go. As it's loading, make sure that the sides are straight up and down so that it's loading evenly the whole way. If it's not, just use your finger to encourage it to fill in any gaps. This little piece here on the machine, this metal piece, will stop your bobbin winding automatically once it's about 1 millimeter or 2 away from the end. And if you have an older machine and it doesn't have that, just keep an eye on it so it doesn't get too full. Once you're done loading your bobbin, you can cut your thread anywhere, disengage the bobbin winder, and pull it off. You are good to go.